Let me just ask one last question, and again, this kind of gets at the point of other regulatory bodies, and Ms. Desai, you, I think, indicated that some don't have the same view as the FCC when it comes to communicating with consumers via cell phone. Have other regulators seen consumer benefits in communicating with consumers via mobile phone or text message?
Oh, sure. Yes, thank you for the question. The Consumer Financial Protection Board has an early intervention rule that encourages outbound communications. The Home Affordable Modification Program, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the Federal Trade Commission, the Consumer Product Safety Commission have all discussed the benefits of outbound communications, both by call and by text. There are also state laws that require outbound communications because they see the value in that, for example, with utilities.
Well, I just want to make kind of one final point, and that is nobody is proposing that consumers shouldn't have the right to stop unwanted calls at any point. Even with the Obama robocall carve-out that was mentioned a couple times today that passed last fall, the FCC's proposed rules would allow consumers to demand that a caller stop calling immediately, even in that particular circumstance. And I also want to be very clear. There is, I believe, and I think you heard it here today, strong bipartisan interest in ensuring that consumers are protected from harassing robocalls. The problem we have is that the TCPA is no longer working as well as it should. As we've heard, all of us are plagued by unwanted calls, even on our cell phones, which is, I think, the point that Ms. Saunders was getting at. At the same time, you have legitimate companies that are facing needless lawsuits, and consumers are being denied information that they need. And I think what this cries out for is a balanced solution. Your input today and testimony, I think, has been very helpful in elevating these issues and getting a discussion. Frankly, for that matter, I thought hearing perhaps some common ground when it comes to, the bad, the harassing, the bad actors and the good actors, and perhaps we'll be able to find a way to come up with some solutions that reflect that common ground. So I want to thank you all very much for being here.
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
is it possible I could ask one more question? And that would be it.
I kind of expected that would happen. So Senator Markey, one more question.
And I appreciate that.